Hi, I'm Kenneth. I learned something new this week.
This week, I learned about non-tech jobs that can benefit from AI tools, and which tools they can best benefit from. And I am sharing it with you.
Welcome to The Explainer. Now, if you've been thinking that the AI revolution is just, exclusively for software engineers or data scientists, well, we really need to update that perspective today. Here we are in 2026, and AI, it's absolutely no longer just for the coders. It has literally become this universal tool for professionals across the board. Whether you're in marketing, HR, finance, or education, artificial intelligence is now the ultimate key to unlocking your potential and actually leading in your field. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for the explainer. We're going to start with the democratization of intelligence, then look at how AI supplements modern work. After that, we'll run through 10 upgraded non-tech jobs, talk about ensuring output quality control, and finally, wrap up with the rise of the vibe coder. Let's get to it. Starting off with Section 1, the democratization of intelligence. So, to really understand this democratization, let's take a quick look back at how we actually got here. The crazy heavy technical barriers of the past, they've completely dissolved. I mean, think back to 2023. The market was basically flooded with simple generative AI and these really basic ChatGPT wrappers. Fast forward just a bit through 2024 and 2025, and we witnessed this absolute explosion of multimodal video and voice workflows. And now, here in 2026, we've graduated to full-on agentic workflows and deep contextual memory. We aren't just dealing with basic chatbots anymore. We're working alongside proactive partners, things like Claude 4.6 and GPT 5.4, that literally make autonomous, context-aware decisions right in the middle of your workflow. It's wild. Moving on to Section 2, AI supplements modern work. Now, this brings us to a massive paradigm shift. AI isn't replacing non-tech workers, okay? It's turning them into orchestrators. Just take a look at the data right here in the middle of this table. IT and computer science, they sit at a 20% adoption share. But then look down at marketing and PR. They're at an astonishing 56%, and honestly, still growing. It's actually the non-technical categories, marketing, finance, business ops, that are seeing the most significant integration today. The machine handles all those tedious, repetitive tasks, which completely frees you up to handle the high-level judgment calls. I really want to emphasize this powerful statistic for a second. 56%. Over half of the current AI workforce hold degrees in decidedly non-tech fields. We are talking about folks from business, communications, psychology, humanities. That old advice about learning to code, yeah, it's been entirely replaced by the absolute necessity of learning to orchestrate. Regardless of what your background is, everyone can be an AI worker now. Which perfectly tees up Section 3, 10 upgraded non-tech jobs. Let's see how this actually looks in the real world. First up on our list is the marketing specialist. This role has totally evolved from someone just manually running A/B tests all day into what we call a predictive orchestrator. Using tools like Wavy, marketers can now just ingest their entire company's design system and generate hundreds, literally hundreds of on-brand assets and ad variants in seconds. Instead of getting bogged down in manual creation, they're managing a whole portfolio of AI agents that dynamically adjust campaign spends based on live sentiment. So marketers get to step up and act more like strategic creative directors, focusing purely on those high-level psychological hooks. Number 2 is customer success. Look, traditional agents were constantly bogged down by endless ticket queues and those super simple FAQs, right? Well, today we have the AI-empowered relationship architect. While the chatbots handle all that low-level noise, modern agents use platforms like Zendesk AI to get live sentiment analysis right on their calls. That helps them navigate complex human interactions in real time. Plus, they're using tools like Otter AI to automatically summarize client calls into actionable, strategic plans. The whole job is now entirely focused on long-term retention and high-value account expansion. Next up is the product manager. Take a look at this specific AI tool stack. They're using V0 for front-end prototyping, ChatGPT for the core logic, Gamma for instant pitch decks, and platforms like Moment for full-stack no-code development. But what does this actually mean in practice? It means a product manager can build a working minimum useful product in a single afternoon just by describing their logic to an AI agent. They've completely transformed from being these sort of middlemen into the primary creators and chief innovation drivers. It's a huge shift. For our fourth role, let's talk about the content manager. Copywriting used to be this frantic race against the clock just to hit word counts. But now, it's a race for nuance and resonance. A content manager today can scale their production 10x by using Claude to generate really high-quality drafts. But here's the catch. Their real value actually comes after the draft. They use Originality AI to scan for flags, making absolutely sure the final output maintains a unique, human-centric identity. They aren't just writers anymore, they're high-level storytelling strategists. Role number 5, the HR specialist and recruiter. Just contrast the traditional recruiter, the one who spent days manually slogging through thousands of resumes just looking for a few keywords, with today's talent strategist. By orchestrating agents inside platforms like LinkedIn Recruiter AI, they can scan CVs and pinpoint top candidates in literally minutes. And because of that time saved, they now spend 90% of their day actually building relationships and assessing cultural fit. They even use predictive analytics to forecast workforce needs before a vacancy even pops up. Moving on to the business analyst. The days of living purely in manual Excel spreadsheets are effectively over, which, let's be honest, is a massive relief for our eyesight. We've seen this incredible shift towards strategic forecasting. Analysts now utilize what are called agentic spreadsheets via platforms like Paradigm AI. You just highlight a list of keywords, and an AI agent runs real-time web searches to report back on intent instantly. So instead of building tedious manual tables, analysts are providing real-time, critical insights for high-stakes business pivots. Number 7 is the sales consultant, who's basically been upgraded to a rapid prototyper. Today's sales reps are using platforms like Gumloop to build these automated lead pipelines that scrape competitor news, and they use 11 Labs to generate custom voiceovers for demos. Get this, they actually build custom working prototypes for a client's specific environment before they even take the first meeting. There's no way you could do that manually. All their energy is now focused entirely on closing the deal and managing the relationship. For role number 8, let's look at the operations or project manager. The traditional ops manager spent hours, literally hours, just chasing down status updates across random chat logs and email threads. Today, they are risk mitigation strategists. Using integrations like Monday.com, AI, and Zapier, progress is just tracked automatically. The AI actually highlights project risks before a human would even notice them. This ensures that really complex deliverables stay on track through AI-assisted resource allocation. Role 9 is the financial analyst. We're seeing a complete 180 here, shifting from backward-looking historical reporting to proactive, predictive risk modeling. Analysts are using machine learning algorithms and tools like Claude to scan millions of transaction patterns for fraud detection in seconds. They orchestrate AI to continuously monitor global market news, updating risk profiles in real time. This entirely elevates the analyst into a portfolio architect whose main job is to safeguard company assets. And rounding out our top 10, the teacher and educator. Education has profoundly shifted away from that old one-to-many lecture model and moved straight into intelligent tutoring. Educators are now learning experience designers. They can take their entire curriculum, upload it into tools like Notebook LM, and instantly generate source-grounded study guides and audio overviews. The technology handles all the customized, hyper-personalized content delivery, so the human teacher can focus on what really matters: emotional development and critical inquiry. Moving on to Section 4, ensuring output quality control. Now, with all this amazing agentic power comes a lot of responsibility, namely dealing with privacy trade-offs and the very real risk of AI hallucinations. And that brings us to the absolutely mandatory human-in-the-loop protocol. Step 1, PII scrubbing. You must protect sensitive data, never paste customer info into free LLMs. Step 2, factual verification. You gotta cross-check claims using citation tools like Humata or Perplexity. Step 3, detection scanning. Run it through Originality AI to ensure the output actually passes quality checks. Step 4 is voice and brand polish. Refine it using DPL-Right to make it sound like you. And finally, Step 5, run a bias audit to catch any weird tone inconsistencies. At the end of the day, you are the ultimate safety net. And finally, Section 5, the rise of the vibe coder. Having seen exactly how these jobs are upgrading and the safety protocols that are required to make it work, we arrive at our ultimate destination for this explainer, the vibe coder. A vibe coder is a professional who can vividly describe a really complex vision in natural language and then orchestrate a small army of AI agents to actually build the whole shebang. They have effectively replaced technical syntax with pure vision. The true value in the marketplace right now, it absolutely lies in your ability to synthesize human judgment with the raw, unbelievable processing power of AI. I want you to consider this incredibly telling projection from the World Economic Forum. While 92 million roles may be displaced by AI, 170 million new roles will be created by 2030. The takeaway here is profound, guys. Those 170 million new roles, they're not going to belong to people who hide from technology. They are going to belong to the synthesizers, the professionals who finally stop asking, oh, will AI take my job? And start asking, how can I orchestrate AI to do my job way better? And the absolute best time to start doing that is right now. Your action item for today is incredibly simple. Choose just one free tool, literally just one. It could be Notebook LM to help with your research, or maybe Claude for drafting emails. Take that tool and build one automated workflow. Taking this small, super practical step today isn't just a fun little experiment. It is literally setting the essential foundation for your entire future career trajectory. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder. Your relevance in the 2030 economy depends entirely on the actions you take right now. So what experiments will you run in 2026 to secure your 2030 career? Dive in, start orchestrating, and claim your place in the new economy. Thanks so much for exploring this with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.
Did you learn something new and exciting about how AI tools can improve even non-tech jobs? Share it here. I want to know about it too.
This video was researched with Perplexity, processed with Notebook LM, refined with Google Workspace, Gemini, and Copilot, and finalized with DaVinci Resolve and Canva.